Now look at some old tapes with them guys was little, man. Just look at them now, you know what I mean? They don't understand, man. God damn. This shit didn't just happen overnight.
You invested over 20 years.
Yeah, over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This Santa Cruz right here, the desert.
You can't let it burn, baby. Let it burn.
Mind over matter, son. Mind over matter.
This is the blues on
Ain't nobody doing no shit like this. Come in the desert. Nigga trying to stay away from the desert. He come in the desert.
When the night
Camera.
is cold and low.
Oh, I see.
Okay, light, camera, action.
Light, action, camera.
Come on, Tank. Come on, Tank. Worm out. Worm out, Tank. Dig down in there. Dig down in there. 10 seconds. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Remember that gun on it? They got that gun on that tank. They go, time.
When the night is cold and low.
He ain't gonna keep you here late tonight. Good job.
It's been hard being away from my daughter. You know, she actually here, she sleep. Just being away from her, it was a little touchy, but I know what I'm up, you know, up against. You know, I know that I got pay-per-view. You know, I know I'm fighting a tough opponent, so really I know how to lock in. I know how to shy away from everything. I know how to, like, I know how to fool around. I said 10 hut. Nah, don't do that. I can't go on TV looking like that. Nah. I'll be bad shit going on TV bald headed. Yo. Oh my God, bro. You don't need a name of the day, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight. When it's time to lock in, you know, it's time to lock in.
No, sit down. Good. 7 again.
7 point what?
7.25. That's good. That's good.
I call it last race. I'm from my room.
Oh, your room?
Yeah. Hank, you don't get that dude.
You see? People love this type of shit, man. They love it, boy. You don't understand, boy. You're a tank, you gonna get it. You want one more, nigga? Huh? I can't hear you. That's it? All right. We ain't.
Oh, stop closing up. Gotta let it go. Keep turning, step around. Keep turning.
Get to his ass, here. Get to his ass. You understand what I'm saying? He's not on your.
I ain't even gonna ask you that question on camera.
What?
I'm talking about family at this point. Cause you pulled up with just somebody else. You didn't even pull up with your team you pulled up with. We ain't see Calvin. Yeah.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
Calvin was there.
Okay.
I think he came a little late though. I spoke to him.
Y'all good.
Yeah.
All right, because
I just seen Calvin too. But that's another thing. Calvin is someone that he's like, when I ain't had no pops, Calvin was the person that you feel me, stepped in them shoes. So no matter if he's not my coach, anything like that, he's always gonna be in my life.
And that's why I said I would have asked that question off camera because I already know.
Yeah,
sure. So I ain't, but you already cleared it.
Damn.
But that ain't
That's all crazy.
That's what we do. We make change.
That shit hard, bro.
That shit really crazy.
Coach Kelly was crazy.
Who told you to put this on your back?
Coach Kelly, y'all both got the same picture, bro. I'll tell you.
We do stuff different than the next man. You know what I'm saying? We don't stop. We don't stop over there. That's right. Push through it, Tank. Push through it. We getting ready. There you go. Good money. Good money. I like the way you're pushing it out. When you get here, you got planks. Here, we doing planks right here. Here, I'm gonna bring that water out. See, the coaches get wet up in here. See, you training with the fighter mentally. There you go. It's our job to break you. Not let me break you. Switch, you got planks. There you go.
You're working over here, man.
There you go. Come on. Stationary.
This is right here. Doing this thing, man.
I just think that at this point, I don't honestly. If Tank don't take this, honestly, this is the era where nobody fight they fucking mandatory. Look at Canelo. Look at David Benavidez, man. Somebody will be your number one for years, and they probably not going to. You know what I mean? But I think if Gervonta wants to make a statement, you know what I mean, or at least show that he's giving a young gun an opportunity, I think you are definitely the way to go. You know, I think he at the end of his career, my opinion, I think he at the end of his career, but he should always give that. Julio Cesar Chavez did it with De La Hoya. Floyd did it with Canelo. Give that young man a shot. You know what I mean? You either going to take it, it's going to make or break you. I mean,
For years, Coach Calvin Ford has been one of the most important figures behind Gervonta Tank Davis' incredible rise in boxing. Their journey together began long before championship belts and sold-out arenas, stretching all the way back to Tank's amateur days in Baltimore. Through hard work, discipline, and trust, the pair built one of the most successful partnerships in modern boxing. Together, they conquered division after division and turned Tank into one of the most dangerous knockout artists in the sport. However, while his achievements inside the ring have been remarkable, life outside the ropes has often been far more complicated. Legal trouble.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be like all the way in it, like focus on the goal, you know. And them guys, they went left, and unfortunately they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
After spending months away from competition following his controversial draw against Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis is suddenly back in the headlines. Major news recently emerged when reports revealed that the WBA has officially ordered Davis to make a mandatory defense of his WBA lightweight title against rising contender Floyd Schofield. The announcement immediately changed the conversation surrounding Tank's comeback because several other opponents had been linked to him in recent months. With Schofield now officially designated as the mandatory challenger, Davis has very little room to pursue alternative options. According to the WBA, both camps have been granted a 30-day negotiation period to reach an agreement. If no deal is finalized before the deadline, the organization could move forward with a purse bid to ensure the fight takes place. After spending months away from competition following his controversial draw against Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis is suddenly back in the headlines. Major news recently emerged when reports revealed that the WBA has officially ordered Davis to make a mandatory defense of his...
The World Boxing Association Championships Committee has officially ordered the mandatory lightweight title bout between reigning champion Gervonta Davis and the division's #1 contender Floyd Schofield. The pioneering organization sent formal notification to both camps this Saturday, May 23rd, granting the parties a 30-day negotiation period that will expire on June the 22nd. Under championship rule C-10 title defense periods, champions in all divisions outside of heavyweight are required to defend their titles every 9 months from the date the championship was obtained. In Davis's case, his last appearance came on March 1st, 2025, when he retained the title via majority draw against Lamont Roach, leaving the mandatory defense significantly overdue. Additionally, WBA rule C-13 bout limitation states that a champion may not compete against any boxer other than the official mandatory challenger within 60 days after the expiration of the mandatory defense period. The WBA will now allow the respective teams the allotted negotiation window to reach an agreement should the parties fail to come to terms, or if either side refuses to negotiate, the organization may proceed with a purse bid in accordance with its internal rules and.
The timing of the announcement is particularly significant because Davis had recently been connected to several high-profile names. There were rumors of a rematch with Isaac Cruz, with discussions reportedly centered around return at junior welterweight. At the same time, boxing fans were intrigued by speculation surrounding a possible showdown with Vasily Lomachenko following renewed talk of the former champion's future.
So, according to the team of Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who is promoted by Manny Pacquiao Promotions, they are in line and in talks to have a rematch with Gervonta Tank Davis should they get past El Rayo, Jose Valenzuela, August 3rd. And this has been revealed because two-division world champion, superstar boxer, who is the reigning WBO junior welterweight world champion, Teofimo Lopez, attempted to negotiate a unification bout with Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And Isaac Cruz and their team says, we'll revisit that once the Tank Davis rematch is over. But we can't accept a showdown with you right now because we have that hanging in the balance. Now, this is interesting because we know Gervonta Tank Davis and his team is in negotiations to face off against Vasily Lomachenko in a unification bout at 135.
The WBA explained that its decision was largely based on championship activity requirements. Under the organization's regulations, champions in divisions below heavyweight are required to defend their titles within a specific time frame. The governing body also pointed to rules preventing champions from taking optional bouts too close to a mandatory defense deadline. As a result, any plans Davis may have had regarding a tune-up fight or
So, are they going to make this happen? Is Gervonta really coming out of mini retirement, whatever you want to call it? Is he really going to fight Floyd Schofield? They've been talking trash in the DMs. But the million-dollar question, will the fight materialize? The reality is, Gervonta has been fighting who Shakur was supposed to fight. Shakur was supposed to fight Frank when the WBC, I believe, ordered the fight, and Tank ended up getting the Frank Martin fight. Shakur was supposed to fight Floyd Schofield. Floyd Schofield got himself sick, respectfully. So, is he going to be okay messing with Tank? Now, one thing for sure, Floyd Schofield did redeem himself. The way he knocked out Tevin Farmer, he looked spectacular in that fight. But we know Gervonta is no Tevin Farmer. So, I would love to see this fight. I mean, I pray the fight happen because Floyd Schofield is a real fight. Put it that way. He's nothing to play with. Tank is going to have his hands full. But there's a lot on the table right now. It's too much going on. We know Gervonta, you never sure, and Floyd Schofield, you never sure. Two guys you never sure with. I don't know how far that's going to go. They're going to cut these negotiations short. I'm telling you, I can't wait. Surely Gervonta is not going to request to be a super email champion. He's not going to do that to avoid Floyd Schofield, is he? In all reality, Floyd Schofield is a perfect comeback fight ahead of a Vasily Lomachenko.
Despite the official order, many fans remain skeptical about whether the matchup will actually happen. Boxing has a long history of proposed fights falling apart before contracts are signed, and both Davis and Schofield have previously been linked to opponents they never ended up facing. Even so, that uncertainty hasn't stopped analysts and former fighters from offering their predictions. Former world champion James Toney was especially confident when discussing a potential fight. Toney predicted that Davis would eventually score a knockout victory, arguing that Schofield simply isn't ready for an elite fighter of Tank's caliber. He criticized Schofield's resume and claimed he has yet to prove himself against top-level opposition. While Toney acknowledged that the young contender might have some success early on, he ultimately believes Davis would find the opening he needs and finish the job. After spending months away from competition following his controversial draw against Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis is suddenly back in the headlines.
We have one matchup that the WBA just ordered yesterday, I believe. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Floyd Schofield. What do you think about that matchup?
That kid ain't ready. He ain't got no training.
Floyd Schofield?
He ain't got no training. He will get knocked out.
He will get knocked out?
He will get steamrolled.
What do you see?
Nothing.
Nothing?
He's a good fighter for the lesser fighters. But when he step up to that level right there, he is something different. He could be like Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Something similar to Frank Martin, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Frank Martin, he was in there, boxing a little bit, but he got lost in there, right? He was in autopilot. Do you feel like that's what it is, that experience?
What happened?
He got hit with a vicious uppercut, followed by a crazy hook after.
And so you can't tell me Floyd Schofield. I've never seen a kid fight before, but I can tell by his training, because his father don't know shit about boxing. Talking about me, I know who am I. But anyway, that's not a subject. But he never fought nobody in the echelon like King Davis. Like he did the 10-round fights, not fights. He ain't fought nobody. He's been fighting C-class fighters, being built up the right way. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? But he went in the wrong way by fighting Tank first. Like I said once before, he needs time to get ready. His time is not now, but if they're gonna put him in there, go ahead.
Not everyone shares that viewpoint. Respected trainer and analyst Breadman Edwards has spoken highly of Schofield's abilities and believes he presents genuine danger for any lightweight in the world. According to Breadman, Schofield combines athleticism, toughness, and aggression in a way that makes him extremely difficult to deal with. He even compared certain aspects of Schofield's style to former world champion Shawn Porter, a fighter known for creating problems for some of boxing's most skilled technicians. Such comparisons highlight just how highly Schofield is regarded by people who closely study the sport. After spending months away from competition following his controversial draw against Lamont.
My bad. Your reaction to the WBA mandating Gervonta Tank Davis and Floyd Schofield?
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yesterday.
Damn. Good fight. But when Schofield, I got to go after this, bro. But listen, when Schofield and Shakur was announced, if you remember, I was like, I don't think Schofield is over his head. I'm not saying he could beat Shakur, but those rough, athletic dudes like Schofield that got the roughness and that, because it's not like some slow, plodding dude that's rough. When you rough and you got that athleticism, you give guys trouble. Like, let's look at Shawn Porter. People don't kind of realize that Shawn Porter was fighting Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, the two best welterweights of this era, on almost even terms. The Spence fight was decided with a knockdown, and somebody in the crowd that's obviously cool with Terrence Crawford because he was looking at him, told him he was losing to Shawn Porter, or down on the cards, right? And then Crawford did what he did. He turned that switch on and scored the stoppage. But my point is that people don't look at Sean Porter as like the most skillful guy in the world. I think he's skillful, but he's not known for like having this crazy high skill set. But he's given the best welterweights of our era so much trouble because he's rough, he's athletic, and he never stops trying. And that's a big deal to me. And I think Schofield has that same way about him, where he could give these guys a lot of trouble and possibly beat some guys, but he don't fight. He's a young guy and he's always off. So I don't know how good he's progressed. Like I haven't seen him fight. I could be wrong, and I apologize. I don't want to say anything wrong, but I haven't seen him fight since the Tevin Farmer fight.
At the same time, Breadman expressed concern about Schofield's recent inactivity. Young fighters, especially those still developing their professional careers, often benefit from staying active and gaining valuable rounds in the ring. Because Schofield has after spending months away from competition following his controversial draw against Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis is suddenly back in the...
Yeah, see, when a young guy is inactive like that, it always makes me worry because I don't think he has 20 fights yet, so he's still getting better. So, and I know Tank hasn't fought, but Tank's at a different place in his progression. So I don't know.
Is that a decent, like, when coming to boxing, you know what I mean? Is that like I don't know, for Tank anyway? Do you think that's people would say, is that a good step up? Is that even a step up fight, or is
No,
that like
that's a
a
real
busy
fight.
fight?
That's a real fight. Schofield could beat Tank if Tank's not on his game. Schofield might could beat him if he's not on his.
Members of Davis's own team have also weighed in on the proposed matchup. Coach Kenny Ellis welcomed the fight and described it as a positive development after spending months away from competition following his controversial draw against Lamont Roach. Gervonta Davis is suddenly back in the headlines.
Like, you're like, damn, they both of them have like they're good, well-rounded fighters, but they both they be in tight fights like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I got to think about that one a little bit more. That might come down to literally like the judges and who's having their day that day. I want to pick Ford, but he don't really pull away from his opponents like that. His fights is usually real tight and close. And O'Shaquie Foster is the champion. He got that real good jab. Jab could score a lot of points. It's a close fight, man. I don't know. I really don't know. Sometimes I can see a fight clearly, and sometimes I look at a fight and be like, damn, I don't know who's gonna win that one. That's this kind of fight. O'Shaquie Foster is riding high. He's gonna be riding high after his performance versus Fulton. So
Right.
it's gonna be.
My bad. Your reaction to the WBA mandating Gervonta Tank Davis and Floyd Schofield
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
yesterday?
Damn, good fight. But when Schofield, I gotta go after this, bro. But listen, when Schofield and Shakur was announced, if you remember, I was like, I don't think Schofield is over his head. I'm not saying he could beat Shakur, but those rough, athletic dudes like Schofield that got the roughness and because it's not like some slow.
When discussing the strengths of both fighters, Ellis acknowledged that each man possesses serious punching power. However, he argued that there is a major difference between their abilities. In his view, Davis possesses rare natural knockout power that cannot be taught or developed through training alone, while Schofield may have improved his strength through hard work and conditioning. Ellis believes Tank's power is something special.
Best welterweights of this era on almost even terms. The Spence fight was decided with a knockdown, and somebody in the crowd that's obviously cool with Terence Crawford because he was looking at him told him he was losing to Sean Porter or down on the cards, right? And then Crawford did what he did. He turned that switch on and scored the stoppage. But my point is that people don't look at Sean Porter as like the most skillful guy in the world. I think he's skillful, but he's not known for like having this crazy high skill set. But he's given the best welterweights of our era so much trouble because he's rough, he's athletic, and he never stops trying. And that's a big deal to me. And I think Schofield has that same way about him, where he could give these guys a lot of trouble and possibly beat some guys, but he don't fight. He's a young guy and he's always off. So I don't know how good he's progressed. Like I haven't seen him fight. I could be wrong, and I apologize. I don't want to say anything wrong, but I haven't seen him fight since the Tevin Farmer fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see when he
Across the boxing world, the general reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. Whether people view Schofield as a serious threat or a stepping stone for Davis, most fans simply want to see Tank back inside the ring competing again. The matchup offers intrigue, youth power, and plenty of unanswered questions. For Davis, it could be the perfect opportunity to remind everyone why he remains one of boxing's biggest attractions. For Schofield, it represents a chance to score a career-defining victory, and let us know your predictions in the comments below.